Hey friends, it's Sid and I'm back to do another recap and review, and this is for 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 2, Episode 5, A Wing and a Prayer. Alright y'all, so we're going to start off with Brittany and Yazan, and we know last episode, hot mess, Yazan was yelling at Brittany because she hugged some of the camera crew and she had a bottle of Patron in her bag. He was being ridiculous. And getting on my dang nerves, and I was like, listen, Brittany need to go back in the airport and go back to America and just let it go. But so we coming from that on the episode. So Brittany gets in the car, y'all like get in the car with her, and he's being like just upset because of what happened. And Brittany's like, listen, you gotta understand, like I came all the way over here for you. I got my own customs, I got my own culture. I come from America and I don't know everything here. I mean, you don't want to respect my culture, but you want me to respect everything about yours, right? That's what you're saying. And Yazan is just yelling like, enough in his language and putting his hand in her face, like, whew. Yeah, he put his hand in her face. It's ridiculous. And she's like, get your hand on my face. Like, I don't like how you acting. And she's just like, he's acting ridiculous. And she's saying like, oh, he's showing signs of being verbally abusive like her ex. And she's not liking this at all. And she's trying to explain herself and he's just getting louder. Enough. Like just yelling. Got his hands on her face. So then she don't say nothing. She be quiet. And she's sitting in the corner of the car. And she really sat and she started crying. And then his little manipulative piece of trash self is like, oh, what's wrong with you? Are you sad? Are you crying? Like, duh. Like, don't ask dumb questions. Of course she's sad. You're over here yelling on her face. She freaking just got to Jordan. Changed her whole life around for your dumb self. And you in here yelling on her face in the car over a goddamn bottle of Patron. Brittany need to leave. She need to go. And he's being really manipulative. Like, then he's trying to grab her face and he's like putting his touch on her. Like, she don't want him invading her space. And he's like, oh, what's wrong? You okay? Like, no, you know what's wrong. Stop acting stupid. Or you'll yell in somebody's face and then be manipulative and ask them what's wrong. Like, he's a bum. He's trashy. She needs to like not deal with this. She's already been in a verbally abusive relationship and he is showing signs that this is not gonna go well. So I think Brittany should leave. But they get to a hotel after they're in the car. And he's dropping her off at the hotel because, they can't stay together. It's Jordan. They're not married. They can't stay together. And Brittany, like, get my bags. Piece of trash, right? And Yazan is like, oh, you're not going to help me with the bags? She's like, nah. So she leaves. He needs to do the bags by himself. He's so annoying. So he does bring the bags. She goes to the hotel room and then gets her little shot of Patron that he was mad about, right? But that's it that happened with them. We do know that she still hasn't told him that she is married. And I honestly think she don't need to tell him. She should just not tell him and go back home and avoid the whole situation. That's what I think should happen. Because I just think that's in her best interest to just go back home. Because this relationship is starting off terribly. And it's only showing her that he's not a good person very quickly. So I think she should take this red flag and run with it, right? Then it is Bummy, Jihoon, and Devon. So Devon is on her way to South Korea with the children and her mother because her mother's going to stay there for a little bit to help her get settled back in South Korea. And Jihoon is with his parents, packing up the house because, he's going to be moving. But it's just ridiculous because his family know he a bum. His mother like, oh, yes, you finally leaving, like, because he a bum. And she like, how did y'all get the apartment? And he tells her that Devon got in. She's like, well, how did Devon get the apartment? Yeah, how did your grown son not be able to get an apartment himself? It's ridiculous, like, he just gonna be a bum his whole life. Like, I don't see this going any other way. I really don't. But Devon and the family arrive, and Jihoon brings his mother and his father with him to the airport. Devon's upset because she didn't know they were coming. She's supposed to take a shower and be home, relax, because she was on a 22-hour flight. But that's not how it went. So they're in the car, and I did not know that Devon's mother is so crazy. She is just cursing, acting a fool because Jihoon's mother is not driving the way she likes. Like, I've been in cars where people do not drive the way I like, but I would not act like that. I would just not ride with them again. You may voice an opinion here or there, but she's being really rude. First of all, you don't even know these people. Second of all, it's just rude to talk to people like that. And Jihoon's parents don't know what she's saying because they don't speak English. So that's probably good for their impression of her. But I'm pretty sure they still know she's acting crazy. Even if they know she doesn't speak English, they can tell that she's yelling. They're not. They know what she's doing. So I just feel like they're not gonna like her. Like, I just feel like it's not gonna happen. But what's the whole thing in this episode is that they start trying to get to the apartment, and the street to get in now, or they're in an area, like a neighborhood that doesn't look that good, like Devon thought it was gonna look. And So the apartment, like when they pull up to the apartment actual like building, that didn't look really bad to me. They didn't like the area that it's in because some places do look a little run down. But what's crazy to me is that Devon got this apartment. I don't understand how there was no coordination. Like she knew what apartment she went. She didn't have Jihoon go check it out. Go look at the apartment, go see if it's in a good area. She didn't ask about the areas that he would know. She just went and got an apartment. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't have did that for a place that I don't know nothing about. I'm not just going to get the first random apartment that I know and just use some pictures online. I would have the person in the country go look at it so we can see. So, if they don't like the apartment, it's a combination of both their fault. It's Jihoon's fault, number one, because he a bum and can never get an apartment. And then it's her fault because she went and got an apartment and she didn't even know what it looked like and didn't have Jihoon looking at it with her. So this is just going to be a hot mess. Gosh, I just know this is going to be a mess. And bummy Jihoon just going to stay bummy. Then they add a new person in. 5 episodes in, they add a new person in. But they add in Tim and Maylisa. And we do know that Tim met Maylisa when he lived in Iowa. She is from Colombia. And she was an au pair at a point. And then she did go back to Colombia to finish going to school. So they've been having a long distance relationship. But he is going to move to Colombia in about a week. So it's just like they keep like, oh my gosh, he keeps saying she was gonna move here originally, but now she's not because of what I did, because I did something, you know, TLC keeps cutting it. And I'm like, what he do? Cheat on her? Yeah, that's what he did. He cheated on her. We find out that's what it is. He cheated. And what I actually loved about this episode, my favorite thing, is his friends was holding him accountable. You don't be having friends that hold people accountable the way that these friends was holding him accountable. They was going in on him. So he goes to dinner to talk to his friends, tell them that he's going to Colombia, which he didn't even tell them that either. I think that's really strange. Why do people wait a week before they're going to leave to tell their family and their friends they're leaving? Stop. It's ridiculous. Like, why are you doing this? I don't get it. So he does tell them. They take the news that he's moving well. They're like, oh, that's so nice. You're going to be with Maylisa. Like, they love her. They think she's so sweet. They think she's like the best person ever. She's so nice. So they're so happy he's going to go be with her. But then he tells them, like, yeah, she's not coming to America because I cheated on her. Oh, they was livid. One friend was like, what? She's like, I'm just so angry for her. She's like, she's about to cry. That's how mad she was. And the other friend was like, listen, I want to tell you I want it to be fine. I want to tell you I want this to work out well. But I'm so angry that I don't even know. And then when she has a little interview with the camera, she's like, he don't deserve her. And I don't even think that she should be with him. Like, that's how much of a good person, how much they really like her, is that they don't even think that he should be with him. I mean, he shouldn't have cheated on her. That's serious. But I'm really glad they was like, no, you piece of trash. It's supposed to be a nice time, supposed to be celebrating, and now we found out you was cheating on her. Like, you garbage. So they dragged him. They was going in on him. They was not playing with him. And I'm glad that he got friends like that, because he telling him it was not freaking acceptable. So he actually ended up cheating with a coworker. Just make it worse, right? Cheated with somebody he was working with. Bum. Other thing is, one of the friends says Maylisa's name right. She's like, yeah, Maylisa. But the other one called Melissa. Girl, that ain't her name. I was like, she's like, oh, I love Melissa. She's so nice. I'm like, Melissa? That's not her name. You better get that girl name right. You like her so much. Like, call her right name, girl. So that was funny to me. But we'll see what happens with them, because he's recently been cheated. He done broke a whole trust, and now he's gonna go to Colombia. Like, she's not gonna trust him. She's not gonna trust him. Like, maybe this will work out, but he's going to have to take a while to build that trust back up, because a little long distance, and now you're over here jumping in the bed with your coworker. Like, explain it. There's nothing to explain. That's what it is. So we'll see what happens with the new couple they add on, Tim and Maylisa. Then we see Kenny. Well, it's Kenny and Armando, but it's just Kenny we see, and just like he's an episode for such a short amount of time. It's just him packing up, him saying goodbye to his family. They are so sad. This might be one of the saddest goodbyes they've had in like 90 Day Fiance history. They are like so upset to be leaving. They're not happy at all. So they're so sad. They crying. Kenny is having a literal breakdown. He gets into his car to drive away, and he's just like, like he is having a whole breakdown. I'm like, he need to pull off to the side of the road. This is dangerous. He does stop for a little bit, and then he keeps driving, but he's having a breakdown while he's driving. It is a hot mess. Like, he is so sad to leave his family. His family is so sad that he's leaving. Maybe they need to figure out another thing, because he devastated. Like, he is so devastated. But that is actually all we see, him leaving and being devastated and having a breakdown in his car. So we'll see what happens when he gets to Mexico. Hopefully he'll get to Mexico next episode. Lastly is Biniam and Ariella. We just see Ariella still on her way to Ethiopia. That's it, her and her mother. But we actually get to see Biniam this time. And he's in Ethiopia. He's just like talking about his life. His parents died when he was young, like 13, 14. So he says he's the baby of the family and his whole family has always taken care of him. But what was kind of funny to me is that he says he's the baby of the family, his family's always taking care of him. And then like 2 minutes later, he said, everything I got it on my own. I got it by myself. And I'm like, wait, but didn't you just say that everybody took care of you? You know what? Details. But yeah, he says like his family had nothing after his parents died. And he doesn't even know how they died, just that they both died from illness. But they have no real details. I wonder if it's something that his family is keeping from him. And since he's a baby of the family, they just never told him. But it's sad nonetheless. And they show pictures of his parents, really adorable. But besides that, we do see him just like talking about him being a personal trainer. We find out he now recently trying to start a music career, and we see him talk to his friends in his studio. And his friends just like, listen, we know you're trying to be with this girl. Biniam said he want to propose to her, but they're like, don't make the same mistake you did before. You had an American girlfriend, you proposed to her, y'all got together, it seemed like it was all happy, but then she started acting different. You was never happy, you wasn't smiling for like a year. She went back to America and she took your child with her. So they're just warning him that he need to take things slow or maybe just feel him out properly because they don't want the same thing to happen again. I thought that him and the ex-wife was only together for very little, but they were together for about 4 years. But he says now his son doesn't know him. What I want to know is they're not in the same country, but like you could call your son and you could FaceTime. So I want to know how he don't know him. That don't make no sense to me. He should still be able to talk to his son even if he doesn't see him. So he's gonna have to explain that. That's what he's gonna have to do. But yeah, that is it. I feel like this 90 Day Fiance the other way. I don't know if this happened last season, but I feel like it's going really slow for everybody to get to the country and for them to like settle and really want to like starting to live there. Because we're on episode 5 and they're all not even at the country. There are other countries yet that they're trying to move to, but we'll see what happens in the next episodes. That is it for my recap and review of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, Season 2, Episode 5. A wing and a prayer. I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.